Hello, and welcome to Metaphysical Millennial. I'm Jenna Rae, your host and spiritual big sister. This podcast is a cozy corner of the cosmos for the weird, wise, and wonderful, where we explore all things magical, mystical, and metaphysical, with soulful curiosity, glittery wonder, and an open heart. My mission is to hold space for your spiritual journey and guide you back to your truth, to help you feel seen, supported, and connected as you reclaim your power and remember who you really are. So take a deep breath, settle in, and let the magic find you. Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome back to Metaphysical Millennial. I'm your host, Jenna Rae, your spiritual big sister, your timeline-trusting hype woman, and your reminder that you are not behind, you are right on time. So let's dive into this. There is something that has been seriously weighing on my heart lately, and I have a feeling that it's probably crossed your mind or sitting on your heart as well. Getting older. Time. Pressure. The looming feeling of, shouldn't I be further along by now? Yeah, that one. Whether it's starting a family, buying a house, building a career, or just figuring your shit out, so many of us are walking around with this invisible ticking clock strapped to our backs. And honestly, it's heavy. I don't know how Flavor Flav walked around with that clock all the time, but I'm ready to let this one go. So today we're going to unpack that. Let's rewind for a second. We grew up with these timelines burned into our brains. Graduate, go to college, get a job, fall in love, get married, buy a house, have 3.5 kids, be successful and stable by 27, 30. Cute. Very cute. Instead, what we got was a recession in our 20s, a global pandemic in our 30s, student debt, burnout, spiritual awakenings, late-stage capitalism, and avocado toast being blamed for everything. So many of us started waking up to the fact that the formula doesn't work anymore. And instead of chasing some outdated definition of success, millennials started creating these beautiful counterculture lifestyles. We said, okay, fine. If we can't afford the house, we'll put it on wheels. Tiny homes, van life, converted buses. If we can't depend on job security, we'll create freedom. Freelancing, content creation, spiritual entrepreneurship. If we can't find meaning in stuff, we'll find it in experience. Backpacking across countries, chasing festivals, prioritizing memories over mortgages. We're the generation that said, actually, I think I'll meditate, drink some mushroom coffee, and read my birth chart instead. And honestly, I think that's kind of badass. It's essentially the essence of metaphysical millennial. We've been unlearning, reimagining, and soul searching, all while dealing with the weight of expectations that no longer fit the world that we live in. But even with all of that radical reimagining, we still feel it. The pressure. The quiet panic of, am I running out of time? Especially when it comes to things like starting a family. So I just turned 35, and that number has always held weight for me. Like in my mind, probably in yours too, 35 was that invisible deadline, that age where pregnancy becomes geriatric, which, can we pause for a second? Geriatric? Can we not? 35 is not geriatric. But no, seriously, in my head, I was like, if I don't have kids by 35, maybe I won't be able to at all. That thought has been sitting in a box in the back of my mind for years. And then my birthday rolls around. I wake up on the morning of my 35th, and that little voice in my brain goes, oh, okay, I guess we're not having children. What? Even though I know people have healthy, beautiful babies into their 40s, even though I know our bodies and paths are all so different, that little mental deadline still came creeping in like it had the final word. But here's what I'm learning. That voice, it's not my truth. It's programming. It's pressure wrapped in fear, pretending to be fact. And honestly, I'm not here for it anymore. We are allowed to evolve, to change our minds, to take our time. We're allowed to trust our path, even if it doesn't make sense to anyone else yet. I used to be scared of aging. Like, genuinely terrified. I thought getting older meant I'd be less relevant, less magnetic, less me. I swore I would stay 27 forever, and then 30 rolled around. Oh, 30. And honestly, my 30s have been this time for me. I feel like my 20s was more about figuring out who I didn't want to be, and my 30s have been figuring out who I want to be and who I want in my life. I trust myself more. I care less about the wrong things. I listen to my intuition. I prioritize rest, joy, healing, and magic. Getting older doesn't mean you're running out of time. It means you're learning how to use time differently, more intentionally, more soulfully. And honestly, what a blessing it is to be able to grow old. Bring on the gray hairs, baby. Bring on the wrinkles. Bring on the lines. That just means that I smiled and laughed and enjoyed my time on this earth in this lifetime. This version of you, she's softer, wiser, still weird in the best way, and honestly is just getting started. Your timeline is not a to-do list. It's a divine unfolding. It's a co-creation between you and the universe. Your soul didn't come here to meet deadlines. It came here to expand. So if you're still single or childless or unsure of your path, that doesn't mean you're late. It might just mean the universe is still setting the stage. Soul contracts take time. Synchronicities aren't rushed, and some of your biggest blessings are still on their way, arriving right when you're ready to receive them. So let's try something really quick. Close your eyes. Unless you're driving, don't do that. If you're able to, close your eyes. Picture your 8-year-old self. Little you, bright-eyed, full of curiosity, wearing something sparkly and probably chaotic. Would she be disappointed in you for not owning a house yet? Or would she be in awe that you're out here following your own path, learning to trust yourself, and making magic? Now picture your future self. She's calm, glowy, confident. She's telling you, keep going. You're doing better than you think. Everything is unfolding in divine timing. That's the timeline we trust, the one that's written in the stars, not spreadsheets. So, if no one's told you this lately, you're not late. You're not behind. You're not too old or too far gone or too anything. Even if you just turned 35 and you're still holding space for a family. Even if your dreams look different now. Even if you're still figuring it out. You're becoming beautifully, slowly, divinely. Thank you for hanging with me today. If this episode touched something in your heart, please share it with a friend who needed this reminder too. Or leave a little review. It helps so much. And if you're ever doubting your path, come back to this episode. I know I will. Breathe deep. Let the pressure melt away. You're blooming in perfect time. Until next time, stay curious, stay cozy, and let the magic find you. That's a wrap on this episode of Metaphysical Millennial. Thank you so much for tuning in. If today's episode sparked something in your soul, leave a review and share it with a friend who's walking their own magical path. You can also come hang out with me on Instagram and Facebook, and remember, new episodes drop every other Wednesday. Follow and subscribe to stay connected. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and let your magic lead the way.